Hello, greeting guys. Hope you all are doing well. This is Naveen back here with you, love lots, and today we're gonna talk about us humans. As I mentioned in my previous video, we will be talking about animal kingdom, and in animal kingdom, and all the life forms. We are by far the most evoluted species, the most on the top. But there is an interesting fact that we are not the center of life in our planet, because if tomorrow all the human disappear from this planet, the planet will flourish, and even we are the biggest threat for our planet. The global warming is a good example. Overpopulation, it is not done by animals, it is done by us. We are about 100 years ago was almost 2 billion people, and now here we stand at 7.5 billion, which is a big problem. And we have to work in a sustainable way for our coming generation. And there are so many amazing people. If you go and find out in Google, in YouTube, people are already working in these things, and each individual have the responsibility for this. For me, you, for everyone, we have to work in a sustainable way for our coming generations. And scientists are saying that if a single species of worm disappear from this planet, within 18 months, all the life form will disappear from this planet. And that's what science says, and you can go and check about this as well. So we're going to talk about the human. So what is the human body basically is? Basically, it is made of trillions of cells. Trillions of cells comes together which function and create this body, and they work. In these cells there are so many cells with so many function, but some of important is there, which we're going to talk about, and one of them is nucleus is the cell which contains DNA, which is very important, and also it coordinate with other cells as well. When we eat the food, and it goes to protein, and all the protein we abstract from that, and waste goes, and all this process, so it plays a big role. And the DNA is most important in any human being, because, or in any living organism, DNA is there, because it helps you to grow. It helps you to develop your reproduction maturities, your height, eye colors. So many things that depend on DNA. And when newborn baby is born, most of the time babies are not most of the time, babies are always born with crying, because they've been living in a temperature between 38 to 36 degrees Celsius, and when they come out, it is different, and our hypothalamus is not developed, which is in our brain and controls the heat. And most of our body functions are under development. We can't hear properly, we can't see, our hands is closed, and so many other things in our body is going through development when we are born, which is and the biggest thing that which is not developed in our body is immune system. So immune system basically is in our white blood cells, and they help us in so many ways to fight with bacteria. They protect us, and they keep a record of each germs which we have been fight in previous, and whenever the germs come back, and they again fight it and salute it. So we do not cure ourselves with the medicines. The whole idea of that if I eat this medicine I will be all right is incorrect. If your immune system is strong enough, you don't have to eat medicine. Medicines help you to boost your immune system, they do not cure your sickness. So how baby survives when they are born and their immune system is not working? That's where mother's milk comes in, because mother's milk contains the immune system which helps baby to fight with these germs, because baby's body is, all cells are covered with 10 times more bacteria outside and inside in the baby body. And that's why immune system is very important for them. And that's why so many babies do not survive without their mother. And a bond between mother and child is formed in that time of period. And why baby cries most of the time? Because they cannot see properly when a small room which we keep our babies within 2 or 3 months, the small sound for them, it is like an pounding with the hammer, because they cannot hear properly, their sense of hearing is not developed yet, they cannot see the colors, everything for them looks very bright and blurred, that's why babies are always crying, and we should be very careful with sounds, and when taking care of our babies, do not make a lot of sound, and do not keep them in very bright area, or do not take them with you outside the world, because their sense is not developed and they suffer a lot, and that's why they cry. So now, when we develop our body, so now what is there that makes us difference from the other species or other elements or other living beings? As per me, there are four things that makes us different. First and far most important thing, that is we can communicate with language. Other species cannot communicate. They communicate, but there is so many difficulty for them because they cannot speak, and their communication with each other is physically or done by many other things, but that is a different way of communication. Our communication is very easy. And the second thing is our memory. We can remember so many things. The third thing is imagination. We can imagine so many things. Animals cannot do that. And the fourth thing is very important, that we can stand, we can balance. Others animal cannot balance. It is not a single thing or simple thing that we can walk. It's not about strength at all. If it is about strength, a lion or an elephant have more strength than us. We have evolution. We have developed a sense of standing. And how do we stand? It begins all in our ear. It does not begin in our feet. There is a canal, three medium canal, which helps us, which help our brain to. They give a brain signal of standing. That balance that we have developed. So there are so many amazing things about human body. Why do we grow twice teeth? Why do we hear? How do we hear? And what is there? So many things that I cannot cover in this video, and I even don't know, that you can see in this beautiful video which is in YouTube. The name of the site is, you just need to type the living body, and the whole video will appear. It is about 1.5 hours, and so much information is there, so you will be amazed by watching this. I insist all of you to watch this, and please be safe, be healthy, love yourself, love your family. I love you all.